All right, everybody. Welcome back to Liberty City and Claude's quest to seek revenge on his ex-girlfriend, Catalina, who betrayed us. We are here at the Staunton Island safe house in front of our garage. If you remember, I was doing ambulance missions and all. When I was working on those last time, I happened to come across another one of these. We found another group sex van that was driving along. I stopped the mission I was in at the time to grab it. It's these armored vans here are much easier to grab when you're not in that mission. Remember the mission that we had where we had to get the armored car and take it to the garage. And remember, it was a situation where we had to keep knocking it. You know, they talked about it being practically impervious to bullets, and we had to keep slamming into it all the time in order to damage it enough for the guy to get out of it. Oh, there's another one right there. Well, in this case, it's an instance where whenever they're wandering around here in the wild, like the one you see there, all you got to do is catch them at a, boy, there's a lot of them going around. See, that's what I've told you before. The cars get loaded into memory. You know, there's a limited amount of memory space. A limited amount of memory space that was allocated for the vehicles in the game. So once you get one loaded into it, you tend to see a lot of those models in there. Let's see, is this the Portland Tunnel? It is indeed. So we're going to go down there. We're going to head on over to Staunton Island. Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's get in first person here. There we go. See, with the really tall vehicles, it automatically throws you in first person because there's not enough room up over your head for it to look the camera. But these that are just kind of tall, you end up in the back and you can't see what the devil is going on in front of you here. But as I was saying, there's a limited amount of memory space for vehicles to be loaded into the memory with the old PS2 architecture here. So it has to load in what it can, and yeah, you start seeing a bunch of vehicles that are on the same spawn table. As you see there, we had a ton of armored cars traveling around. All right, we should be seeing us enter Portland here in just a second. There we go. I knew it had to be coming up. We're going to take this car over. There we are. We're going to take this car over to the docks. If you remember, they said after that mission where we had to pick this one up, I don't know if I finished my sentence yet, when you find them wandering around the wild, if you catch them at a stoplight, you can just walk up to the door and hijack them just like you can any other car. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to the docks. If you remember, we got the message on our beeper saying if you get any more of the armored vans, bring them over and drop them off, and we'll pay you for them. So we're going to do that and see just how much they pay for them. Along with it being a lot easier to hijack them, along with it being a lot easier to carjack these armored vans, if you notice, they don't take as much damage as the one in that mission did. We've already knocked already knocked the hood off of this one, and as you saw, the one we brushed against, we knocked the door off of them. So that must have been a particularly strong one. Okay, I think it's the second one there that we're going to be pulling into. Is that correct? Is that the one we went into before? Yeah, the one without a number. So we will pull it on in there. I don't think I really even delivered one of these when I did it on the PlayStation. All right, $5,000. There you go. Once again, it's just a means of keeping score, but if I should ever need any money, that's a nice way to do it. That's it. Those things should be just around the area there. I am going to head over here to just past the Callahan Bridge. Mine Fiend pointed out package that he saw in one of my videos. There is a, right after we cross the bridge, there's a building off to the left that had a hidden package. This one right here with the wall around it. There is a hidden package in the yard behind that wall, so we need to see where we can get in there. There it is, right there. I'm not sure what the approved method of getting over there behind there is, but we're going to do a little platforming. Boom. 24 packages. Okay, that means we have found 22 packages here in the Portland area. So there should only be about 11, maybe 12 more. Yeah, I know where we are now. There's that police bribe. I think that's a rampage up there in the corner. We'll do the rampages at some point. I may do one in this video. I might save it for the next video. As you see, it's kind of a looks almost like an alien haze. I guess it's supposed to be a skull, I think is what it's supposed to be, but it actually looks more like a gray or like a war boy from Fury Road. What those were originally, a bit of GTA 3 trivia here, is those were originally, do I have any weapons? Yes, I do. Because I think we're going to come out in Chinatown right up here. Originally there was a character in the name named Darkle. And you got messages from Darkle, and he was basically a terrorist. He would give you terrorist messages. It's like, depending on what these rampages are, those would give you the kind of thing, grab a rocket launcher and go out and blow up 12 cars. You saw one of the similar sort with the Burrito, with El Burro, where he told us to grab a flamethrower and go out and kill 30 triads. That's exactly what the various rampages are like. You get a weapon and you have to go out and either kill or blow up X amount of things in a certain amount of time. The thing was that this game came out. I said Darkle was in the game and his missions and all were in the game, and then the 9/11 happened and the World Trade Center terrorist attack, and suddenly terrorism got taken out of a whole bunch of games, a bunch of terrorist missions and stuff like that. That's another reason why in this game you can't really fly any airplanes. They didn't, you know, everybody got a little bit too secure during that time, got a little bit too safe-minded, and wanted to make sure they weren't offending anybody. And so airplanes got taken out of this game. You know, you've got the Dodo. You got the Dodo over there at the airport, but it's got very short-clipped wings, and it's almost impossible to fly. Not totally impossible, but almost impossible. So very difficult to fly, but we will, once we get over there, we will try and see if we can get it to fly. There's a certain knack to it. I've never actually tried it, but I know the procedure you're supposed to follow, and we will give that a try and see whether or not we can accomplish it, because I'd like to see Liberty City from the air. It would be nice to get up there into the air and fly around and take a look and all. What I'm going to be doing right now is I am going to travel around all of the St. Mark's area here. Like I said, I know that shortly we're going to be pissing off the Mafia the way that we've already pissed off the Triads. And so I want to travel around all the places here that the Mafia goons hang out and make sure we have picked up all the hidden packages that I can remember being around in this area. I think there's one over here on this arch. Hey, I don't remember these benches being out here. Very cool. Very cool, Salvatore. I wonder how often you've taken Marie out here and banged her in all the newspaper litter while looking over the loading cranes there. So I'm going to be looking around. I said I think there may be one out here on top of this arch. back this way to be sure we didn't pass it by there. Also want to be careful that I don't go too far and slide off into the water, because as you know, we will drown. And it looks like the answer is no, there is not one out here. Just the random assortment of litter and trash, so I guess the one that was underneath was the only one. Got a jet flying by? Yep. Of course, the jets themselves, whenever they make their turns and their descents into the airports, they look like they're crashing as well. Anywho, we will keep looking. I'm not going to make you watch it all. I'm wondering if we get a boat. Can we reach that island? Can we reach the lighthouse there? I can't remember if you can get up to the lighthouse there. If there's like a dock or stairs or something that you can get it to or not. Because I'd be willing to bet if you can, there's definitely, almost certainly one there as well. And possibly on some of these rocks around here. We're going to keep looking, and as we find some, we will let you know. One other little treat here. We are inside of Salvatore's mansion slash gentleman's club, as you see. Must be a player piano, because ain't no one sitting at it, that's for sure. And I'm wondering, these like elephant ear or split leaf rhododendron kind of plants here, they are everywhere. I noticed they're in the safe house over in GTA 4. They've got them here. I was watching the original Mad Max last night, and in the beach house him and his wife are in before she gets killed. If you really need a spoiler alert on a 40-year-old movie, he's got one of these sitting there in the house with him. They're everywhere. So yeah, we got to wander around in here. It's what I was trying to do the first time, and just take a look inside his little gentleman's area. But of course, at that point in time, there was a little blue square out front, and if you walked into it, it would throw you into a mission. So there you go. Little part of Liberty City we hadn't looked at before. And I'll also go and take a look over there in Tony's Mama's Restaurant. We'll do a little walkthrough around the area over there. The part you can get to with all the benches and everything. And in the meantime, we are going to keep scouring for packages, so I'll see you in a little while. Alright guys, a little area to show you here. It's not a hidden package, but if you look just over my left shoulder where those Mafia Goombas are standing, that right there is Tony's Restaurant. Okay, just to let you know where we are. So there's Tony's. If you come up the hill from Tony's, we've got this little cross alley here, where I've told you before that Mafia Sentinel is always sitting there, always a Mafia car there. Right up there, there's a Rampage. So there we got another Rampage right up there that I've totally forgotten about. And there might be, let me see here. I'm going to jump on top of this car and see if I can see back. Let's see. I don't see anything up there. There might be something hidden on top of those garages there, but I don't think so. Some point I'll bring a car over here, or a van over here, and park it. And I tell you what, we got a car right here. Let's just go ahead and satisfy our curiosity. Just to bring it up here and park it, so we can jump on top of it and see whether or not there's anything on top up there. Come on. You can do better than that. Aim for the low part. And jump. Okay. And jump. Yep, nothing up there on either of the buildings. Didn't think there would be, but just in case. The other part is you can come around, and you can come around either side. There's a walkway around either side of this building. If you come around this way, there's a heart right about here, a health pickup. And I've already hit it because you'll notice I'm back at 100 again. I had taken a couple of falls and was down in the 90s, but you can circle around either side of the building Now, there's a walkway here on either side of the building. And in the back here was a place I don't know if I ever knew about or if I had just totally forgotten about it. Got a ramp down into this little alleyway courtyard thing here. I said right there's, you can hear Mama's Restaurant on the other side, hear the music. It's just right there. But you come up here, there's a police bribe, and there's an assault rifle. I had totally forgotten about that being there. Look at there. If I ever knew about it at all. So there's one of the weapons pickups and a police bribe as well. Very nice. That'd probably come in handy after you're doing the rampage up yonder. So I thought y'all be interested in that. Just wanted to show you. That's what I've discovered so far. My searching around, I have not found any more hidden packages yet, but we've got a few more areas to look at, and I will show them to you as I come across them. One of them's going to be Tony's restaurant, Mama's Restaurant, and a thing behind his restaurant that I had, another thing that I had totally forgotten about. So I'll be showing those to you as well. I don't think they'd force you to park something and jump up there and get on top of that. So we're not going to do that. We're not going to go to those kind of extremes. All right, on down, and we'll get back to you when we come across more stuff.
There's a place you can go.
Got one thing here I was going to show y'all. We are passing by currently, past the Liberty City Firehouse. There's the gas station. Here's the building that's under construction. And just across is a row of little, once again, little storage garages. And in the middle of them, there's one of those adrenaline tablets. I was going to show you how those work. And now this is adrenaline. And as you see, basically it throws everything into kind of like bullet time slow motion. Basically it slows everything down. As you can see, everyone's moving so much slower. Even their voices are slowed down. You can still run. You run slow and all, but still much, much faster than they ever could. So like I said, it's a neat little effect and all. Looks like it's starting to wear off on us here. Not sure exactly how long it lasts. It's a neat little effect, but it's definitely not, in my opinion, worth spending another block of time trying to get the, and there it wears off. Spending another block of time on the ambulance trying to earn another 35 passengers just to have one of those at your safe house. Yeah, not worth it in my book. Anyhow, we're gonna come up here. You recognize the music. This is Mama's Restaurant, where we always came and met Tony, so it's nice to walk up here among the buildings and everything again. Nice little bits of shrubbery on all the little window planters and all. Really cool. All right. But one other thing I was wanting to show y'all is right across the street here. I had forgotten about these things. I think I have scoured just about the entire area now. Here in, I think I've scoured the entire area here now in St. Mark's. The only thing I've got left to do is go ride the L train. I'm going to do that right quick. Travel along the entire L train route and make sure that I haven't missed any. I know there's at least one somewhere along the L train. So I'm going to run along its entire track. And you see right up yonder, I think that's either a rampage or it looks like a rampage right up there. You see right beside my head there. up on the L track. So the Rampagers are scattered all over the place. I'm not sure how many of them there are, but there's quite a few of them. We will do those at another point in time. But I'm going to get up here on the L tracks, run around it for a while, see if I can find any packages. And then I've got one more thing to show you, and we'll get back to that. You see here, that is definitely a Rampage. That's the one we were looking at. It's probably involving something like rocket launchers or something like that. Something that you can do from up here on high. And if I remember correctly, the Rampages do definitely give you a wanted rating whenever you do them. You know, that level of mass destruction. You get the reward, but you have the you have to pay the price as well, and that you've got.
She hates me.
His mother's coming, she hates me. You do get quite the price of having to deal with the consequences of it. There is a police bribe right there, by the way, which is good. Good to know and good to have. And as you heard down below us, we definitely attracted the attention of the triads down there as we traveled through Chinatown. Take a look over here. Sure there's no train coming. I think they just come that way, but I'm not 100%. Whoops, nope. I think they only travel on the other track there.
So like chilling?
Let's take a look, make sure there's no place we can jump off here on top of anything. All right, don't see anything. Looks like we are moving through the red light district now. As I said, we are going to keep looking and scouring this place for packages. And if we find some, we'll let you know. And we did find one right there. That's the head radio station. Right over here in Harwood, right next to... It's actually right next to where you get the Borgnine taxi. We're going to let the train pass by. And then we are going to jump down here. Let's see if we can make that jump. There, what do we got there? Ah, flamethrower. Woohoo! So we've got a flamethrower now too. So that's where you pick up, the flamethrower pickup is at. And I saw a hidden package. Let me look around, make sure there's nothing else stuck around here. Saw a hidden package spinning away. It would be unusual for that to be here, for there to be more than one like weapons pickup or anything.
He ain't no gentleman, that one.
There we go, hidden package 25 of 100, which means 25 of 100, 23 of them being the ones that we have found here in Portland. All right, let me see if I can find the lowest area to jump down from. And then we'll have to get back on top of the, go back here to the Harwood station and get back up on top of the train track, because I don't think you can do it. Maybe you can do it from here. Let's give it a try. Wonder if we can jump up there. Can we jump onto that? We can, okay. Didn't have to jump down after all. We're going to continue our run, and we'll be back in touch with you again. Just wanted to demonstrate here as we're running along that get far enough away from the sound of the city, this can actually be a fairly peaceful game. The moon rising ahead of us or setting ahead of us, and just the sound of the waves and the seagulls. Interrupted by the deafening murderous thumb of the L train going by. But other than that, a rather peaceful run along this part of the tracks. Okay, we've gotten to a noisier section, and standing up here, I can see where there's a package. You can see it right next to my cursor there. So we've got to figure out how to get up there. It looks like it's right across the street from the Meouch Sex Club. Possibly right above Luigi's Club, the Sex Club 7. So we'll come back for that one once we've finished our circuit here. So y'all remind me now where that package is so we can come back and get it. And we're going to continue our run around the tracks. Okay, we are almost finished lapping here over at St. Mark's. I'm going to finish the little bit and then I'm going to come back, and I'm wanting to say there's one right there in the middle of the bitching dog food sign, which I think you have to jump from here onto the roof. So we're going to go up there just like we had to do with the Super Sava and over there at Head Radio. And I don't think there's anything below us here. In fact, I don't think you can get down there. I'd be willing to say that, yeah, there's no edge there you can jump off on. I don't think there's... Is there a roof over there you can jump on? Maybe. That's an awful long drop. Awful long drop. We'll go ahead and take that drop. Then I will come back over there, finish up this little stretch, and then we'll go jump on top of the bitchin' dog food. So let's go ahead before the subway makes the message, the point of the exercise moot for us. And I don't think there's anything up here. Nope, does not look like it. Would have been a good place to have one, though. Would have been a very good place to have one. Although I think that looks like it's possible that you might have been able to get up here regardless, just by maybe following this path here, following this road around. Might have accomplished it. Alright, we're going to go back to St. Mark's, right up yonder, get back on the train. And then we'll probably see you as we make the jump to the bitchin' dog food. Okay, so we'll give me a partially correct and partially wrong there, in that no, there were no packages on any of the middle strips here of the L train. However, there were packages that you could only get to by jumping down from the L train. And I'm thinking we might find one of those now. So I think let's get our finger on the jump button and do some platforming. There we go. Alright, we're on top of the bitchin' dog food, and like I said, I think there may be one right in here. And there isn't. In fact, you can't even get in there, so this is a fake area. This is a invisible walled box there. Okay. So is there anything on top of the bitching dog food? There's nothing on top of bitching dog food. Well, ain't that a bitch? Chunks, you're more of an asshole than I thought you were. And our health is taking a serious hit. I'm going to take a look around. Ah, there we go. I'm going to say all that. There better be a package over here in bitchin' somewhere. Okay, 26. We've now found 24 of the packages that are hidden around Portland. I think I have searched and found every single one of them in the St. Mark's area. So at this point, we will probably continue along with the missions for Asuka over there. I think we've done about everything we can do over there, except for one thing. And I will go and see about taking care of that right now. Okay guys, we are just across. Ooh, someone got slaughtered. Must have been a fist fight up here. We are just across the street from Mama's Restaurant. And parked right over here, I found while I was going around, is a Toys in the Hood van. Now the Toys in the Hood, there are about 4 of them scattered around. I know there's also one over in Harwood. And I think there might be one in Chinatown too. So yeah, I think this island is a little bit overwhelmed with them. I think there are 4 or 5 of them in the game, and I think there's one here. I know there's one in Harwood, and I said possibly one in Chinatown. I'm not sure, but anyway, they are they're not just a van. They are actually a mission checkpoint. You get into them, and what you discover is you have 2 minutes to blow up as many Mafia gang cars as possible with the little toy car. There you go. You got these little RC cars, and you drive them around and blow up as many Mafia Sentinels as you can possibly find. Oh! And hitting them blows them up too, so you have to be careful about that. And boy, do you leave some messes around. Let's see if we can find some more Sentinels. Come on, give me another Sentinel. Wonder if it counts if you hit the parked one up here. There we go. I think you get, if I remember right, $1,000 for every Sentinel you blow up, if I remember correctly. Does it count for the parked one up here? Sure it does. 3 kills. Let's find some more. Now this is a type of mission that was eventually San Andreas used this kind of mission to a good deal of an effect too. There's several San Andreas missions. In fact, there's an entire guy, this nerdy guy that runs a... Ooh, that didn't do it. There's this nerdy guy that runs a RC shop, and in fact there are several remote control missions that he sends you on. And we're about to run out of time. There we go. All right, we blew up 5 of the Mafia Sentinels there. Cool, cool. And amazingly, it did not give us, I thought it would give us a police warning, but it didn't. We did not get a wanted level. Nice. Okay. And it doesn't seem to have affected our standing with the Mafia either. So fantastic. Okay, as I was saying, I think that is everything that we have to do up in this area. I think I've searched every single possible place that I can think of to come up with a hidden package. We've done the Toys in the Hood van down there. The only other thing is the Rampage. So I guess I could jump on here and show y'all how Rampage works. While we're here, let's go ahead and grab this one. Kill 20 Mafia in 120 seconds. Okay, let's go to it.
You looking to die? You're dead. Say goodbye to this world, prick. You're dead.
We need to kill 20 of them, apparently.
You're dead. I suggest you run away.
I think we'll do okay as long as we don't get on the, as long as we don't get any of the shotgun toting ones coming after us.
You're dead. Put. Say goodbye to this world, prick. No, I'm about to get this
Hopefully their hatred of us will disappear after the rampage is over. As you can see, you can also blow off limbs here.
I'll kill you, tough guy.
Got more down this way.
You're dead.
Ooh, we're about to run out of hearts. Let's go up there and grab that one right quick. We got to kill 4 more. We got 30 seconds to do it. There's a nice little grouping down there.
I'll kill you, tough guy.
Come on, come on. Come on, one more, one more. Got him. Unfortunately, they're still angry at us. Boy, look at those bodies. Look at all those police markings there. So let's get the hell out of here. And that's how the rampages work. Doesn't look like any of the rest of them are angry at us, but it does definitely look like the ones that we were shooting at are mad at us. So that's one of the rampages down. I'm going to go save up. We've done quite a bit today. And save it up in the safe house over here, so that next time we come, we will head back over to the other island. And we will see just what it is that Asuka has for us to do. And our first mission for the Yakuza. So we will see you next time. And as always, thanks for watching. Let's go up here, grab our cars. I want to see if that glitch that I had happen before works too. Alright, got both of those. Let's hop in our car, park it up, and see if they're back in there whenever we come back out. They are. Wow. Alright. We'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.